Hello, everybody, and welcome to episode 5 of Cross Circle, the official podcast for PlayStation Source. I'm your moderator, Christian Buckley. Joining me this week, as always, is Mr. Kevin Diaz.
Yeah. What's going on?
How are you doing, Kevin?
Doing good, doing good. Hope everyone watching had a nice, safe 4th of July, you know what I'm saying? Hope everyone had a nice time within their means to also be safe as well, you know? Hope no one's phones got messed up like mine.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? But
new phones are exciting.
Yeah, I just because I thought I had a backup on my computer, but I guess I didn't. So
That's
I'm like,
rough.
oh my gosh, yeah. So, but it's all good. It's all good.
So, 4th of July always for me is like the official start of the summer, I feel like, like summer weather.
Yeah.
Because it's just like, it sets you up, it's the weather, it's nicer now, blast in the AC. I put the ACs in my house like a week or two ago. So it's really...
You're on the East Coast, right?
East Coast, yeah. So,
Right. So you get out of school like in June-ish? Is that...
No, I got out beginning of May.
Oh, okay.
Just like the feel of summer doesn't hit the East Coast until like...
Yeah.
I'm in like Northeast East Coast, so it takes a bit, but...
I'm in Phoenix, Arizona, so it's summer.
Year round.
Late April. Yeah. It's yeah. So
4th of July was the birthday of America, but we have another interesting anniversary to talk about to open the show this week, as we like to start off a little fun thing every week. PlayStation trophies turn 10 years old.
Yay.
I'm not a huge trophy hunter. If I really love a game and it's a doable trophy, I'll go for the platinum, but I feel you. I'm pretty in between when it comes to trophies. What about you?
Me, I've always, just been like, kind of just whatever about trophies.
Just let them come.
But yeah, you kind of just let them come in, don't really go for any of them specifically. But I think it was this past year, 2017, PlayStation, around the end of the year, they put out their year in review for everyone that has a PSN account. I don't know if you got one of those emails.
Yeah, I did.
That shows all your stats. Yeah, so I don't think they've ever done that in the past. Did they ever do that in the past? Or
I feel like I've had it before. I don't remember for sure.
Okay.
I might just be making it up, but I know some people didn't start getting them until recently, so that might have been that.
That's the first time at least I noticed it. I don't know if they did it in the past, but first time I noticed it. So that has kind of been like, oh man, that's really cool to see. You know how many trophies on average you're getting a month or stuff like that.
Yeah,
how many games you play. Yeah. So that has been kind of making me want to play a little bit more.
Yeah. Plus they have that rewards program for trophies now too. Like if you get platinums, you get some points that you can spend on cards and stuff like that.
Yeah, I haven't done any of that. I need to go do that. I need to go.
Last time I checked that website was a few months ago, but it was broken when I went, so I haven't gone back to it. Yeah.
Oh man.
But being nostalgic, I want to look back and go over some of the first trophy landmarks we had. So I pulled all of this from PSN profiles, so might not be completely sure if this is all accurate, but
it's gonna be somewhat accurate.
Yeah,
I'll assume.
I'm assuming it's gonna be accurate. So,
most likely.
First question: did you have the same profile on your PS3?
Yes.
Okay, because I had a different one, so I just wanted to make sure.
Oh, okay, gotcha. Yeah.
So
I've had the same profile. Yeah.
Do you remember what your first trophy you ever earned was for? At least the game. You don't have to guess the actual trophy.
Yeah.
But PS3 is the one that it said it was for.
Yeah, so it's definitely PS3. It's tough because for my first trophy, I thought it'd be a PSP game. I thought, but I don't think it is because I think you looked it up. So it's definitely a PS3 game. I have one that I'm assuming it is, but honestly, everyone in the house used it and used my account, so I'm thinking that it could be something random. But I think for me, I'm gonna say probably Monster 2. It's probably my first trophy. Maybe.
Nah.
No. Okay. No.
No.
Okay.
So
is it a COD game?
No, it's a popular series. It's not as profitable, I think, today as it was back in the day, but it's a well-known name.
Because I know my little brother played a lot of Joe Danger. I don't think it's that.
No,
There's
not,
no way it's
not that.
Yeah, no way. So a popular series.
It's
their first trophy.
It's published by EA.
Published by EA. What the fuck? Don't tell me it's like Just Dance or something crazy.
No.
Don't.
It's
Okay.
it's
What? Yeah. What? EA game.
You give up?
Force Unleashed? No.
No. That was before EA's time with Star Wars.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying.
So
I give up. Yeah.
Your first trophy, according to PSN Profiles, is the name of the trophy is Road to Success from Need for Speed Shift.
Oh, that makes sense. Okay.
And the qualification for that trophy was you had to reach Tier 2.
Shout out to Tier 2.
So congratulations for reaching Tier 2.
Absolutely, 100%. Thank you. I appreciate it.
So for this next one, it was a little bit more digging because the way they organize their trophies, they don't have it like milestones per system on PSN Profiles. So I wanted to find the first PS4 trophy you earned. So I was searching through games I remember came out around launch, and I found the one that was closest to like the earliest time I could find. But do you have any guesses for what the game is you got your first trophy in on PS4?
Okay, it's either Housemarque's Resogun, incredible launch style, or I don't think Warframe was a launch free-to-play game on PS4. That doesn't sound right. Wait,
Warframe was later, I think.
Yeah. Warframe doesn't feel like a launch style, even though it does kind of to me. I don't know. Maybe like first year.
Well, if you want to just guess, you got it right. It was Resogun.
Yes, yeah. Shout out to Resogun, though. Shout out to Resogun. Housemarque is dope. I love them so much.
So the qualifications for your Resogun trophy, the trophy was called Denied, and it was save a human from an abductor's beam.
Yeah.
So good job on that.
I love Resogun.
Resogun's fun. I like the Housemarque games.
Good game. Game. Now, what is your first trophy, good sir?
So the first trophy I ever earned back on my PS3 on the earliest thing I could find on PSN Profiles was, I don't think this is accurate, but it's the only one that's listed as my first one, is the trophy's called Ahead of the Curve. It's from Assassin's Creed Brotherhood. I had to prefer a double or triple escape, multiplayer only. I don't know what that means.
Wait, so you played Assassin's Creed on multiplayer?
Yeah, Brotherhood, I messed around with the multiplayer. That was the first one that had multiplayer.
Huh.
Assassin's Creed multiplayer was kind of fun, actually. It was like hide and seek, basically.
Interesting. I've heard, what was the other? Oh, it was God of War Ascension's multiplayer was actually fun.
Oh, really?
Allegedly, yeah. I didn't play Ascension.
Yeah, I never checked out God of War Ascension.
Yeah, that's like one of those, like, cult multiplayer modes that nobody really knows about, but a lot of people like, low-key. Assassin's Creed Brotherhood. Okay.
Which is weird, though, because the first game I got on my PS3 was Infamous. So I don't know why.
Oh my god, shout out to Infamous.
I don't know why it didn't register as that, but I'm assuming Assassin's Creed is the first one listed, so I didn't want to keep looking further. But
I see.
The first platinum I got.
Oh, your first plat, yeah.
Because I'm a plat hunter sometimes. The trophy was called True Thievius Raccoonus from the Sly Cooper collection. It was the first game, 100% it. That was a fun one. Again, Sucker Punch, big fan of them.
I've actually never gotten the platinum.
Yeah, I found that out when I was looking at your PSN profile. So I was like, oh, wow. I'm surprised.
Yeah,
Not even Life is Strange.
Life
is Strange is an easy one.
Because me, I don't know. Just like with me, most times, it's like I beat the game, and I want my experience to be that, and that's it. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't, like, that's just me personally. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if that's, like, a weird thing to say or, like, what's up, but...
No, I understand
that. Me, yeah, just, like, when I'm done, I'm good. I'm done. It's fine. Yeah.
Hopping up to the PS4, though, my first trophy on that, first day I got my PS4 was Welcome to Los Santos. Finish the first Franklin mission from GTA 5.
Wait, because GTA was, like, 6 months after the PS4 launch, right? Because...
I got my PS4 in 2014.
Oh, you didn't get launch day.
Yeah, I waited a bit because there wasn't really anything grabbing me at launch.
I got mine within the first week. It was Black Friday, and I got the last PS4 in stock at any Walmart in Phoenix.
Wow, that's impressive.
That's what the dude told me. He goes, "This is the only Walmart that we have a PS4 at," and he was looking at the other stores' inventory, and no one had any in stock. I literally got the last one that day.
Yeah, I remember I ordered mine online, and
Dope.
got that a year later. First game was GTA. But
Heck yeah.
my first
Shout out.
PS4 Platinum, rounding this all out, was a fun little game I put some time into with some friends, and that was Lego Marvel Superheroes. Because the Lego games are always
Dope.
fun. Just basically the modern day platformers of the 90s.
I haven't played a Lego game since like PS2 era.
Man,
but
they got a lot
I feel
better.
You know, I know. Really? Because
lot
I remember
better.
like enjoying them a lot during the PS2 era. So I'm
Lego Marvel
Wait.
Superheroes is probably my favorite Lego game I've played because it's just an open world New York City.
Yeah, is that the one where Greg is in it? I'm pretty sure Greg.
He
Miller
was
is
in
that
2.
game, right? 2. That's
Yeah.
what it was. Okay.
Yeah,
Gotcha.
so
Okay. Deal.
that was the Platinum,
Good stuff.
first PS4 Platinum. That's
Was
fun
it
one.
was it pretty difficult or was it pretty straightforward?
It was just basically collect everything, 100%.
Tedious.
Everything.
Yeah.
Well, it wasn't even tedious because the game was so much fun, and it was just
God, yeah, I feel you.
at night before I went to bed. I threw on a podcast, flew around, collected a bunch of stuff, went to bed, and just when I had free time, I chipped away at it. But yeah, that was a good one. So
We appreciate your efforts, good sir. Appreciate your efforts and your platinum endeavors. Good
happy
stuff, good stuff.
birthday to PlayStation trophies. Here's to 10 more years.
Shout out to trophies. Shout out to the trophies. Shout out.
So today's episode, what we want to move into, the main topic. Like I said, July for me is sort of the real beginning of summer. It's when the ACs go in. It's when I go inside a lot. It is when I just want to chill, sit back, relax in a nice cool room, get a nice beverage by my side, and play some games. I have a few friends that are into that. I don't know what your whole idea is with gaming in the summer. But
Me, definitely middle school and early part of high school was definitely that. But it's just which we could probably talk a whole podcast like just in itself about this topic. But it's the balance of like wanting to just game your life away, but also like having a social life. You know what I'm saying?
Trust me, yeah, because
And it's like
I do
you know?
90% of
Yeah.
my gaming from like 9 p.m. to 1 in the morning.
Oh no, 100%.
You know?
Yeah.
Like
Most times it's
daytime,
late
I'm
night.
busy. I'm working online.
Yeah.
I'm doing school stuff, and like I sacrifice sleep for this because I love it so much.
100%. 100%. Yeah.
But
Most times it's at night. Yeah. But
And it helps too because, especially today with the multiplayer focus, I get to talk to my
Right.
friends all the time, playing Fortnite, GTA, whatever we want to hop in and work on. But
yeah, for sure.
today what I want to talk about is backlogs, because I personally have some games that I've missed over the years that I'm ashamed of admitting I've missed. And for me, summer is always the best time to chip away at the backlog, just because there is a bit of a lack of new releases. It gives you some time to really, if you're really feeling something, you can stay up late on a weekend or during the week if you don't have anything to do the next day, and just really devote some time to checking out some things that you would normally not check out for the sake of keeping up with the new stuff. So last summer, I know I checked out Until Dawn. Was a big fan of that one.
Very, very good. Very good game.
Yeah, I missed Until Dawn when it came out. Same with The Order 1886. I did that last summer. Very easy platinum, by the way. Another one.
Really?
Underrated game. I got it for $5, but I had a good time with it.
Dope. I have Order, but I think it was from Plus. I think one of the ones.
Yeah. I don't remember if I got it from Plus. I think I definitely got it with a Plus discount, but yeah.
Or maybe I bought it.
Because it was only like
Maybe, I don't
$5
know.
last summer.
Yeah, it could have been either one. I totally forgot. Yeah, but
So
Hopefully,
I know a lot of people, especially in this generation, I think, more so than last, with all the HD remasters, collections, anthologies, and pretty much what I want to say is like it's easier than ever to catch up on a franchise today.
Oh, 100%.
Just because of accessibility, because of the collection aspect of everything. So people talk about this all the time, what their favorite franchises are that they haven't played, what things they want to get to on their list of games, things they own that they haven't gotten to yet. So I want to talk to you. Is there anything that you want to get to this summer that you've missed over the past few years?
Yeah, and I think we've talked about this too, like a few times as well. But probably the most prominent, biggest one is definitely Red Dead. You know, with Red Dead 2 coming out, I know
Right.
you're a massive fan of Red Dead Redemption. I skipped
Huge
out on
fan.
it, and like, at least I don't know if you can kind of feel what I'm saying here, but when I first started gaming, like during the PS3 era, like more hardcore. I mean, obviously I had PS2, PS1, stuff like that, and I played games over there and everything. But when it was like, oh wait, hold on, like I actually love to game, like you know what I'm saying. So when I got heavily into it on like the PS3 era, I was mostly a COD fan.
Okay.
So I pretty much 80% of the time I was playing games, it was COD, and obviously there were uh, things that were on the side, like Infamous, for example, was a big one I played a lot. Uncharted as well, stuff like that. But mainly it was COD. So a lot of times, whenever there was a just like massive IP game that released during that time, like for example, Mass Effect. What I was about to say, Mass Effect is a big one that I haven't played either. Red Dead as well came out during that time period. Dead Space as well is another
Oh,
one that I
really?
missed. Yeah, there's a lot of massive now I don't really miss any games nowadays.
Yeah, try
Hopefully,
to keep
I don't
up with
really.
everything.
Yeah. I try to make sure I'm good, with just everything. But definitely, I'd say probably I'm probably the most intrigued with Mass Effect, honestly, over
Yeah.
Red Dead or Dead Space. Dead Space, really, I really want to play it too, but Mass Effect probably, just because I've heard so many good things about Mass Effect in the way people talk about the original Mass Effect trilogy and then Andromeda, and they try to explain and be like, no, like the Mass Effect trilogy is like the coming of Jesus, essentially.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
I have some
So
experience with those three different franchises. So I just want to say Dead Space. Dead Space was I never owned Dead Space. I played through it at my neighbor's house. We did an entire run over a weekend once, but Dead Space for its time, I'm curious to see how it holds up today. But Dead Space and specifically Dead Space 2, very suspenseful, excuse me. Sci-fi horror games
yeah,
really sort of took what Resident Evil 4 did so well, that was so revolutionary in that title, pushed it to being a new evolution of that, a new setting, lots of disgusting, grotesque monsters. They could do a lot with the PS3 and the 360 at the time. So, really pushing visuals, really trying to create the most atmospheric world you could get out of a horror game from that time period. And I really feel like Dead Space is one of the more superior survival horror franchises well, at least in the first two. I never played 3
right.
because 3 just went way too far into the action Gears of War camp.
Yeah, I heard people don't talk about Dead Space 3,
Yeah,
apparently.
they
Or
shouldn't.
that's
It was
not
really weird. They
okay.
monetized a bunch of stuff like in game. I think you
Yeah.
had to buy ammo or something. Like,
Oh,
yeah, that was like greedy EA when they got their hands
yeah.
on Dead Space. But like, yeah, there's a lot of good in Dead Space, and I think the first one is pretty short actually.
Gotcha. Interesting. And then I know obviously you're a massive fan of Red Dead.
Yeah,
That
man,
one clearly, yeah, you
I could talk for hours
we've
about Red
talked.
Dead.
Yeah, you love it. And this is why I wish those PlayStation Now download feature rumors. I know
Oh yeah,
they're somewhat confirmed for September, like
September,
essentially,
interesting.
but
September, man, that's when like the big heavy hitters
yeah.
start coming out though.
But the current rumor is that they're gonna be only for PS4 games, so you wouldn't be able to download any PS3 games. So I'm like, what's the point in that? Like,
Yeah,
like why wouldn't you
yeah,
just buy the PS4 game out front on a
yeah.
sale for hella cheap at that point?
Yeah, that's just
Like
something
that's
else entirely. I mean, ugh.
yeah, and I know they've gone off and explained it's because of obviously the PS3's architecture, how it was super different of the cell processor. Yeah, that how it was just a completely whole different architecture on the PS3 than like a regular console like a 360 or even the PS4 nowadays.
They're much more
they're a
similar to
little more streamlined.
PCs.
Exactly, yeah. Just the PS3 was just some weird stepchild that just has a really weird architecture. That I guess it makes it difficult for them to just turn on downloads and let
Yeah,
us
well,
just
I guess
play it.
again,
I
that's probably
guess
why we see so many third-party remasters for this generation instead
exactly.
of just putting them on the store. But
Yeah, Yeah.
In the case of you with Red Dead, if you don't have a way to get to it by the end of the year, or excuse me, by the end of the summer, I think you'll be all right just picking up Red Dead 2 because
so?
because
prequel?
it takes place before the original Red Dead.
Right.
So unless you, I'm sure there's going to be some like foreshadowing, some subtle stuff of calling back to Red Dead Redemption.
Mm-hmm.
But the story,
and I know there's Red Dead Revolver, but that
Red Dead Revolver is
really,
not.
just,
That's basically got retconned.
Yeah, I got you.
I think in Red Dead Redemption's online mode, you could get skins of the characters from Revolver, which was cool. But that was the extent of the callback
connection
to
there.
Revolver. But yeah, the story of Red Dead Redemption is really what stays with me. Exploring that world even more so than the story they give me is like the story that I have, my experience with that game is what makes it so special. The landscapes, the environment, going through the desert, really, really solid for a summer game. Just getting those vibes. But again, if you don't have a way to get to it, if you don't have a 360 or PS3 you have access to right now, I really think you'll be fine jumping into Red Dead 2. And if you're curious after the fact, I would still check out Red Dead, but I don't know.
Right. Yeah, I don't know. Like, I think I'm just gonna end up just streaming it, streaming it on PS Now. Granted, I have a pretty good internet. It's really, really good. So I'm not worried that it'll run that poorly. Honestly, you know. I think it'll run okay. Yeah. But or my other route is just buying a PS3 off OfferUp for like $70-$60, whatever. And then just playing the game that way, locally. That's what I was thinking too. But I just because have you seen Red Dead recently? Have you played it or seen?
I played it on my brother's 360 a couple weeks ago.
Now, I know, obviously, it's PS3 era, so it won't hold up the best, but is it
still looks
pretty
good.
Decent with... Yeah, does it still look okay? Does it still look right?
Yeah, it still looks good.
Because the other night, I saw someone playing New Vegas on the PS3.
Yeah.
And Jesus, oh my God.
I think those are really two different scenarios, man, because even today, look at GTA 5, which is a PS3 game, but the PS4 version of GTA 5... next to Fallout 4, still GTA 5 is looking better than Fallout 4 does.
Right, so it just, dude...
It's just Bethesda versus... Or actually, New Vegas was Obsidian, but still, published by Bethesda. It's their standard of quality.
Right. I guess...
Which I still like Bethesda games, it's just there is a jank to it. But
yeah, I guess it's wrong me to use one game to generalize the whole PS3 gaming landscape, but it at least it looks pretty rough, you know. But okay, if it holds up, that's probably at the top of my list.
I know this is a little bit of a traitorous move, but if you ever have the temptation, you can play Red Dead Redemption in 4K on the One X, and I've seen it. It looks very, very good.
I can do that. I don't have an Xbox One X.
I know that almost sold me on it when I saw that.
Xbox. Yeah. Oh wait. Wow. That because I could totally see that selling you, like being like, all right, I'm getting an X. Yeah. That's what. Yeah. I totally thought. But that is an option. That's a kind of expensive option.
It is very much.
I'd be more sold if, you know, of course, not to throw too much shade on Xbox, but you know, if they had games that were more interesting overall that I could like also play, you know what I'm saying?
Right, if it wasn't just the backwards that was pulling you towards it. Yeah, I feel that. Yeah.
There was some other enticing stuff, but that is an option. Fair point. Yeah, fair point. And that will bring me the best visuals. That
it would.
That is true.
I know it's a PlayStation podcast, but come on, guys, if you want me to talk about your game, put Red Dead on the PS4 and make it look good.
That's what I'm saying. You know? Just turn on that download feature for PS3, PS Now. Just at least give us that.
Put PS1 games on the store. Put PS2 games on the store. All right, but
we need to do like a whole.
That's an entire other topic.
Improvements for PlayStation. Yeah.
Yeah. So you also mentioned Mass Effect.
Yes, that one is a big one too. Actually, there's a whole story behind the Mass Effect one that I can tell you too. That was actually my first video on this channel.
Oh, really?
With followers.
Oh, yeah. I remember the video.
Remember that? Yeah,
the Nathan Drake video, right?
Yeah. So it was long story short.
I'll throw a card
I
up
was
here.
choosing. Yeah, so I was choosing either to play the Uncharted. Oh my god, what am I have train of thought? 1, 2, and 3 of the Uncharted series, or Mass Effect.
Right.
Right. So I was in this. I remember this like clear as day in the store, just looking back and forth, like, man, like, which one am I gonna do? Like, I want to play both. And then I think I don't know if it was like me that just chose Uncharted or just the clerk helped me out. I was like, dude, just play Uncharted. Definitely don't regret that decision.
Oh yeah.
But now that I'm at a place where I can play both, it's like, I want to play Mass Effect. You know what I'm saying? And there currently isn't a remaster trilogy collection
Sadly.
for PS4. Yeah, that seems kind of out of place.
Yeah, man, I would
needed.
love to revisit that world.
I'm looking right now if it's on PlayStation Now, because PlayStation Now just might be the move for all
Right.
my
I think
problems, honestly.
PlayStation now has Mass Effect, the trilogy. My experience with Mass Effect was Mass Effect 2 and Mass Effect 3 because I didn't play the original Mass Effect because it was originally a 360 exclusive.
Right, yes. I remember that.
2 launched on the 360 and also came out later on the PS3. And then way after the fact, when they released the Trilogy Collection, that's when PS3 owners first got their hands on the original Mass Effect.
1.
But Mass Effect 2 is undoubtedly one of my favorite gaming experiences ever.
Damn.
Again, not sure how it holds up today, but like that entire series does have a jank to it as well. But that's sort of what you're expecting from that generation. There was a overall plasticness to a lot of people that we've sort of lost to this day. But
you mean the character model to them?
yeah, they just looked like dummies, you know.
Gotcha. Okay, gotcha.
But yeah, Mass Effect 2 is a journey.
Yeah, I'm looking. I don't think it's on PS Now.
Really?
Unless I'm crazy.
Well,
I don't believe so.
So
I'll keep looking.
Obviously, you do have Andromeda currently on the PS4.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that. Yeah, but I don't know if because
so
now.
Yeah.
And
so
we have to.
exactly.
We gotta bring it up.
Everybody knows there is things to bring up with Mass Effect Andromeda, but
yeah.
I played through Andromeda. Full disclosure, I played through it. I enjoyed what I played of it. Story, the way it resonated with me, cast of characters wise, I think it fell short compared to the originals.
Gotcha.
From what I know, the game is pretty polished now. No more bugs. I don't know how the frame rate is because that was my biggest issue. Like traveling across big landscapes, there was a few dips. Nothing to make it unplayable. It stopped full on once. That was it. That was the worst I had. But no bugs, no weird face glitches. I think if you're really curious about Mass Effect, I know Andromeda goes for like $9 right now. I think it's on sale in the current sale.
Or I'm thinking, there is Andromeda, but like, would that be the best introduction for me in the Mass Effect series? You think? Or,
I think
you know what I'm saying. Like,
I think if it's under $10 and you're willing to drop $10 to see how you vibe with it, put a couple hours in, see how you like the way the game works, and the best part is, after that, if you're into it or not, you can only go up.
Right.
It will only get better.
So you play this. If you somewhat enjoy yourself, then you'll be fine. Okay, gotcha. I see. Deal. Yeah. And then probably the other one I didn't mention was BioShock, but I'm starting that up after I beat Last of Us. So right now I'm doing a Last of Us playthrough, and then I'm starting up BioShock after that. So BioShock will be the first one, second one, and then what's it called? Why am I forgetting?
Infinite.
Infinite, that's what it was. I almost said something else.
Yeah.
Infinite. Yeah.
Yeah, BioShock is one I missed out on too.
Oh, really? Okay, interesting. You know what? I say we both play it, and then we'll come back here and we'll talk about what we think about it. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, that one I'm definitely gonna start up. Other than that, I don't think there's a lot that I'm yearning to play at this current point.
So you're doing Last of Us right now?
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, right now I'm playing The Last of Us. Oh crap, there is the Left Behind DLC. I'll probably burn through that because that's like a 6 hour.
Couple hours, yeah, it's not long.
Yeah. That's not bad. Yeah, so I'll burn through that. Then get to BioShock or Red Dead if I decide to just do PS Now. But
Yeah.
we'll see. We're not sure yet. I'm not sure.
You got
We'll
options.
See.
You got some places to try out.
Oh, and then I download Hollow Knight, the one that you talked about last week.
Nice.
And I have that saved for my vacation next week. No, 2 weeks from now.
Solid.
Well, two podcasts from now.
Got it.
So, yeah. So I'll hopefully burn through that on the plane.
Yeah, Hollow Knight's fun.
Yeah, you said it was pretty. Is it a decent length? Is it?
It is long. Yeah, from what I'm aware of. I think I'm 10 hours into it right now.
Okay.
And I am not sure if I'm like what my stance is in progression, but I don't feel like I'm close to the end at all.
Okay.
How long to beat has the game listed as like about 30 to 40 hours, not counting the DLCs.
Gotcha. Pretty dense.
Mm-hmm.
Pretty dense. Yeah, I feel you.
Yeah, well.
So what is on your backlog, good sir?
So my backlog is interesting because there's some things I like to replay once in a while, and there's some things I want to get to. Obviously, like I said before, the PS4 doesn't have a ton of new games coming out this summer that I'm that interested in. The Switch has some games I want to get coming out on there. So I know there's a new RPG coming out on Switch soon that I'm going to be putting some decent time into, the Octopath.
Octopath? That's what I was about to ask you too. Like, I'm thinking about getting that too, maybe. But I know it's a pretty long game. It's pretty meaty.
Right, so that's probably going to be taking up some of my time.
Exactly,
But backlog of things I want to get to on my PS4 is interesting. Obviously, I have all those PlayStation Plus free games that I haven't touched before.
Oh, yeah. Ratchet and Clank is one of mine too.
But last fall, before my PS4 got destroyed, I was halfway through my Uncharted 3 playthrough for the Platinum in that. Gotta get back to that. But what I'm thinking of doing this summer, right now I'm working through some Kingdom Hearts games. I just finished one the other day, replayed that. But what I want to get to alongside Octopath, I'm debating between a few franchises, and the two that come to my mind immediately are Yakuza and Devil May Cry.
Oh, okay.
So,
You haven't played DMC. Yeah, you were in the same boat as me. Okay, right, gotcha. Okay.
Yeah, so Devil May Cry is one I'm curious about, but the thing that's holding me back there is the fact that Devil May Cry 1, I've heard, is dated, but it's still, like, its gameplay is what made it good when it came out. I've heard...
It's like a hack and slash.
Yeah, it's like a God of War Bayonetta.
Right.
And then Devil May Cry 2, I've heard mostly negative things about. 3 and 4, I've heard good things about, but the Trilogy Collection includes 1, 2, and 3.
And that's on PS4, right?
Yes.
Okay, gotcha.
And a deluxe edition of 4 is also on PS4. So I'm able to catch up entirely for 5. And that's an option there. Apparently, Devil May Cry games, at least the first couple, are pretty short too. So that's plausible. But
that's a good route to take.
Yeah.
Because I know we were both like pretty high on the Devil May Cry 5 showing at E3.
Oh, yeah, that trailer's so good.
Yeah. So we were, so that's a good one. That's a good one.
Right.
That's a really good one. Yeah.
Yakuza, though, is very intriguing to me. Very, very intriguing.
I know next to nothing about Yakuza.
Yeah, so...
Or Yakuza.
I've always said it Yakuza. I'm pretty sure that's how it's pronounced.
Probably, yeah. Probably right.
But yeah, what's interesting and intriguing about Yakuza is the fact that it's very old games, like Devil May Cry. The first Yakuza is very old. Yakuza 2 is very old. They're PS2 games. But Sega has been doing pretty much a lot of legwork to get Yakuza big over here. And they started with the release of Yakuza 0 in 2017, which was one I missed out on because it was coming out in that time of the year where we had everything, like back in January.
Yeah. I feel you. I feel you. I feel you.
And then later that year, they released a remake of 1, which I did put a little bit of time into, and I like that a lot. It's a classic, like, brawler, pretty much. Really interesting story.
Right. Okay. So like what's the like main gameplay of those games? Like, as someone who doesn't know anything about it than me, like,
Okay,
what?
so before I played Yakuza, before I tested out Kiwami, which was the remake of 1, I heard a lot of comparisons to GTA, and I don't think it's
really.
I don't think it's fair in terms of its gameplay. In terms of the way it presents itself, similar to GTA.
Like the current day GTAs or the ones that were top down back in the day?
Current day. So it is very much entrenched in crime of that country. It is so much focused about basically go here, help this person, get to know the relationships between the main character, Kiryu, I believe is his name, and the surrounding cast around him. Like in GTA, you meet everybody, like Franklin's family, Michael's family.
Right.
So the way it presents itself in that way is very similar to GTA, but Yakuza's main story is basically exploration throughout the city. They have a lot of mini games in there. You can go bowling. Like, they have recreational mini games, like in a GTA. They've thrown in full fighting games from Sega's past in arcades in that game.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of cool Easter eggs like that.
That's cool. That's cool. Okay.
Yeah.
See, I totally wasn't expecting it to be like a GTA type of gameplay. I totally didn't. I didn't think it would be that. Yeah.
It is wackier. You're not driving cars around, but
so is it kind of like a little bit like Saints Row in that wackiness sense, where it's kind of outlandish?
Kind of.
Like that, or
it's not like
a little bit
as crazy, like, oh, we're crazy to be crazy as Saints Row is. It's more like, oh, this guy is a mob boss and he is going to cut somebody apart with a katana because he wants to.
Sounds great.
Yeah, it's like, it's very unique.
Yeah,
it's cool, and at its core, it's basically beat 'em up, like 3D beat 'em up.
Okay, I see. Okay, gotcha.
So,
okay, I see.
one of the missions I played in Kiwami was interesting because I had to go to a nightclub that was, the owner was being harassed by a rival family, and I just had to beat up like 12 dudes on a dance floor. So it's very,
sounds like fun.
It's wacky stuff like that. Like I know Zero. So wrapping that whole discussion up about Yakuza, the reason I'm so inclined to do that right now over Devil May Cry is the fact that with the recent PlayStation Hits thing that they did.
Yeah.
Yakuza 0 is $20 everywhere now. Yakuza Kiwami also $20 everywhere.
Not bad at all. It's a pretty good price.
So yeah, it's a cheap entry point. Yakuza 0 is the entrance for the new push they wanted to have. The series of Yakuza is now 6 titles, plus 0 makes it 7. Sega has expressed their interest about remaking everything that hasn't released on the PS4, so that includes Yakuza 3 and 4 and 5, I believe, at this point. So there's a big push from Sega in the near future to get people invested in Yakuza. And moving forward, Yakuza 6 was the most recent release in the franchise, and that was the final ribbon on top of the bow, present box, however that analogy goes, of the main character Kiryu, and continuing the franchise further with the next Yakuza game, new character. There is definitely a lot of Yakuza in the near future, so there are reasons to get into it.
Right. Okay. Like there's a worthy investment to be had there.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, totally. Gotcha. Interesting. Is that so other than Yakuza, is that pretty much the only backlog that you can think of that you have currently, or?
Yeah, there are some things that I haven't gotten to before. Doom from 2016 is one that I gotta get to.
Yeah, Doom's one for me. Bloodborne as well.
Bloodborne I played. Bloodborne I like a lot.
I just want to try. Yeah. I'm down to just try it. Yeah, and just see what's up personally. Bloodborne's definitely on that list. Ratchet and Clank. I think we talked about that.
Yeah, Ratchet's a good one
as well. Yeah, that was actually Insomniac announced that it was their best-selling game they've ever made.
Oh, really?
At launch, it was the fastest-selling Ratchet and Clank to date, but I think they're talking about just overall like attach rate. I'm believing like
Got it.
how many people have played. Because I don't think it's sales. Because I assume the big boost would have been just the plus.
Got
you
it.
know,
Yep,
it
yep.
being on plus. That's what I'm thinking. So I think overall they mean not in terms of like
Their most played game.
monetary. Yeah. Not like financially, but their most played. I believe.
Got it.
But I guarantee Spider-Man will overtake that.
Oh, for sure. Yeah.
100%. You know, but
yeah, so
yeah.
my backlog, I'm trying to cut it down. I sort of threw away everything that was on consoles that I don't own anymore or don't have ways to play them.
Right.
Because with everything, like, there is a lot of games coming out today, you know? So between finding the time for all of those, finding the time for work and everything else we have to do.
I know this second half of the year is going to be really busy. It's probably going to start for me with Spider-Man. I think that's
same for me.
Then all the November games. And there's a lot of like early hitters too for early next year as well. You know? But
it's not gonna
I
stop.
think that'll be spread out. Yeah,
it's just not gonna stop.
Oh wait, another installment of the podcast within a podcast, ladies and gentlemen. The February 22nd podcast. I'm your host, Kevin. Hello.
New game, don't we?
You know what I'm saying? We got another February 22nd launch. Just doing a quick little search. I don't think there's been anything that has come from this week involving February 22nd. I think everyone just stick their ground. We have Metro Exodus not moving yet. Crackdown 3 not moving. Anthem not moving. Days Gone not moving. So think right now there's still time for these games. You know, if they want to leave, they can leave. If they want to stay, sure. I think someone's budging. Chris, which one do you think's leaving first?
Release first, Days Gone.
Really?
Yeah.
Huh.
Crackdown 3 is more well known because of its awful development cycle.
Yeah.
So it has that going for it at least. It has Terry Crews and a really bad name behind it. So people know Crackdown more than Days Gone, plus it's a sequel. Anthem has BioWare.
Also, Trials Rising is also on the list.
Trials is probably going to do really well too that day.
Trials probably going to stay. I can see
Trials
that,
is the only game coming out that day that's going to be on Switch, right?
Yes, I believe so.
Trials is perfect for Switch.
Oh, that's going to be dope for Switch. I'm definitely going to get that for Switch 100%. Yeah, for sure. But
I thought I heard somewhere that Dreams is going to be there too.
On February 22nd?
I might be wrong, but I thought I heard that somewhere. At least it might have been a rumor or something.
That would be great. Oh my gosh, that'd be so funny. Oh my gosh, I want that to be true. But I think Metro's leaving.
Really?
Maybe. I don't know. Yeah, okay. I pulled up what you were talking about. Yeah, there was a leak on Amazon's Amazon Italy leaked that Dreams would be coming out February 22nd. Yeah.
Well, add that one to the list then.
That is insane.
How many is that now? Jeez. 5?
Yeah.
You got Red Dead 2 coming up for your potential backlog deadline. I've got Yakuza Kiwami 2 coming up this August, actually. And
that's coming out in August?
August, yeah, the remake of 2.
Oh, okay.
Then Devil May Cry, obviously, 2019. But
yeah,
we got time. Summer is a long road ahead of us, so we have lots of potential to catch up on these franchises. But now, we obviously want to talk to everybody who's watching this. So if you have any backlog, anything you want to get to, anything that we talked about today that you have experience with, give us recommendations on how to approach these. Give Kevin your recommendations on how to approach Mass Effect, because I already myself had a weird experience with Mass Effect because I didn't start with 1. So
let me know, guys. Let me know how to navigate this. Let me know.
And if they want to talk to you directly about Mass Effect, where can they find you on Twitter?
They can find me on the KDS123, THEKDIEZ123. You can DM me, tweet me, whatever you want to do. You know, that's where you're going to probably get a hold of me the quickest. So on that platform.
Lots of Drake opinions as well.
Lots. Listen, it's not. You know what? I'm not. No, I'm not.
If you want to know what he's going to say,
I'm not.
check his Twitter
not.
and you'll see exactly what he was about to say.
I'm not gonna get into it.
And if you want to follow me on Twitter, you can find me at Chris N. Buckley. It's listed down on the screen. Currently, lots of tweets about what I'm playing, what I'm working on, all that sort of stuff. Got to get out of here soon, though. I'm going to see Ant-Man tonight, so...
I think I'm seeing that tonight. I'm pretty sure I am. I have to go double check, but
Nice.
I think I'm gonna. I think that's a move for tonight as well.
Yeah, I got to get going soon. Showing's in an
Yeah.
hour. So, thank you all for listening. I hope you enjoyed. If you want to be featured in next week's episode, you can comment on this video. You can tweet either of us at Twitter. You can tweet at PS Source Vids on Twitter, or look for the community post on the channel that will be going up sometime next week before we record. Usually on Wednesdays. Today was an exception because of the 4th of July. So, thank you all for listening, and as always, greatness awaits. See you next time.